Hi guys, welcome to another topic with Teacher Gia. Today we are going to identify the three main types of muscle tissues, and apart from that we're going to see their structure and appearance. Like we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the functions and regulations of each of the muscles, whether they are controlled voluntary or involuntary, their location and examples. Besides that, we're going to add comparison between the three types of muscles, which are skeletal muscle, cardiac muscles, and smooth muscle. So stick, don't go away. Let's begin. The human body contains three types of muscle tissue, each with distinct structure, function, and location. I have three pictures here. You can see the skeletal muscles. It signifies it is found around the bones. Cardiac muscles, it is found in the heart, or they are found around the heart. Smooth muscles are around the intestines. Yeah, they help with peristalsis and all that. So we're going to talk about them. So let's start with the skeletal muscles. So first we're going to talk about the structure and appearance of the skeletal muscles. So skeletal muscles consist of long, cylindrical shaped fibers that are multinucleated and display a stripped appearance known as striations. These striations are due to the arrangement of actin and myosin proteins within the muscle fibers, which form repeating units called sarcomeres. So I have a diagram up there. You can see how they are multinucleated. Next, we're going to talk about connection to bones, like their location. So skeletal muscles are connected to bones by tendons, strong fibrous connective tissues that transmit force from muscle contractions to bones, facilitating movement. So take care of that skeletal muscles are connected to bones by tendons. So next, let's talk about function and regulation. Skeletal muscles are responsible for voluntary movements such as walking, lifting, and maintaining posture. So that is the function. They are regulated by the nervous system, allowing continuous control of movement. So these are the only muscles that are voluntary in the body. So let's see the roles of skeletal muscles in thermoregulation. When skeletal muscles contract, they produce heat as byproduct. This heat generation helps maintain body temperature, which is essential for hemostasis and especially in colder areas. So examples include under skeletal muscles, we have biceps brachii, quadriceps, and pectoralis major. So that is all about skeletal muscles. We move to cardiac muscles. So let's talk about the structure and appearance of cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles, found only on the walls of the heart, has a striated appearance similar to skeletal muscles, but features branched cells with typically one central nucleus. These cells are connected by intercalated discs, which contain gap junctions and desmosomes that enable rapid communication and synchronized contractions across the heart muscles. About function and regulation, also we're going to talk here about their control. So cardiac muscle contractions are involuntary and controlled by the automatic nervous system, as well as intrinsic electrical pacemaker cells within the heart. This synchronization enables the heart to pump blood efficiently throughout the body. So that is about the function and regulation of cardiac muscles. We move to smooth muscles. We're going to talk about its structure and appearance. Smooth muscles fibers are non-striated and have a spindle shape, each containing a single centrally located nucleus. Unlike the striated muscles, smooth muscles have a smooth appearance due to the random arrangement of actin and myosin. So in functions and regulation of smooth muscle control involuntary movements within various organs. For example, it enables peristalsis in the digestive tract, controls blood vessel constriction and dilation, and manages the function of the bladder. Smooth muscle activity is regulated by the automatic nervous system, hormones, and local chemical signals. So examples are muscles in the digestive tract, blood vessels, and urinary bladder. Those are all smooth muscles. So we move to comparison between the muscle types. So it's compare and contrast the muscle types. We're going to start with in terms of structure and appearance. How are the skeletal muscles looking like, cardiac muscles and smooth muscles? It's more or else like similarities and differences of the muscles. So structure and appearance. Skeletal muscles are long, cylindrical, multinucleated and striated. Cardiac muscles are short, branched, mostly single nucleus and striated. Smooth muscles are spindle-shaped, single nucleus, non-striated. So when you're told to compare and contrast, you can say that the skeletal and cardiac muscles are striated, but smooth muscles are not striated. And then among the three, like skeletal muscles are the ones that are multinucleated. Cardiac and smooth muscles mostly have like a single nucleus. So I hope you've understood that. So next, let's compare and contrast the muscle types by location. So skeletal muscles are attached to bones by tendons. Cardiac muscles are found in the heart walls only, and smooth muscles are found in the walls of hollow organs like intestines and blood vessels. So that is very straightforward. So let's talk about control. Skeletal muscles are voluntary, which means they are controlled by the somatic nervous system. Cardiac muscles are involuntary. They are controlled by the automatic nervous system. And smooth muscles are also involuntary, controlled by the automatic nervous system. So in terms of comparison, we can say both cardiac and smooth muscles are involuntary, while skeletal muscles are voluntary. When told to compare and contrast, you can also talk about function. So skeletal muscles, their functions are majorly involved in movement, posture, and heat production. Cardiac muscles, they pump blood throughout the body. They help in pumping blood throughout the body. Then smooth muscles controls involuntary organ functions like peristalsis. So that's about function. Also, we can talk about striations. Skeletal muscles, striations are present also in cardiac muscles, and in smooth muscles they do not have striations. So that's the difference, like comparison and similarities among them. Next, we're going to talk about nuclei. So here in skeletal muscles, like there are multiple nuclei per cell. In cardiac muscles, there is usually a single nuclei, sometimes two per cell. And then in smooth muscles, like it has a single nucleus per cell. So that's it about nuclei. So generally here in nuclei, cardiac and smooth muscles mostly like has a single nucleus per cell. Then skeletal muscles, they have multiple per cell. And lastly, you can compare and contrast the muscle types by examples. You can say examples of skeletal muscles are biceps and quadriceps. Cardiac muscles, you can say the heart or myocardium. And smooth muscles, you can talk about the intestinal walls and blood vessels. So that is the end of our topic for today about types of muscles. We've grouped them in terms of structure and appearance, functions and regulation, control by which we mean voluntary and involuntary. We've seen where they're located and also examples and similarities and their differences. So I hope you've learned something, and if so, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Teacher Gia's channel for more content like this. Bye.